What's going on? Welcome to my new video. Today I'm going to talk to you about a kind of a touchy subject, and I'm going to emphasize on how you should be careful of whose advice you should follow, because not every person that's older than you will have your best interest in their mind. So I'm going to share something that happened on the weekend. Basically, I was catching up with an old friend of mine. He's in his 40s, and I was telling him my ideas that I'm planning to buy an apartment pretty soon and getting a mortgage. Now, what I want you to get out of this video is not to disrespect your elders. That's not what I want to teach you. But what I do want to teach you is to take advice from elders who were successful, not just any elder. Just because somebody is older than you does not mean you should heed every advice that they're going to give you. Because you have to keep in mind, not every elder has your best interest in their mind. And I'm about to explain why. So we were just conversating, and I was telling him my ideas and also my investments that I have in the stock market. And all of a sudden he tells me, nah, but it's so expensive, blah, blah, blah. Like, he was just being so negative about it. And then I just went on to explain, oh yeah, but you know what, there's an FHA loan. We could only put like 3.5% down. That's what I'm thinking about. If a conventional loan, which is a loan from the bank, doesn't work for me, I could do an FHA loan. And he asked me, okay, what bank loan did you get? And I told him, oh, Chase Bank. I was talking to somebody within the mortgage branch, and basically he just said, no, but Chase, they're highway robbers, man. I don't want to do business with them. Don't do business with them. Okay, yeah, I can understand why so many people think that banks are scum, but at the same time, you have to do your research. I'm gonna give you a background of this guy. He's not doing so well. Every time I check on him, he's always living in a different place. And he also left his girlfriend or wife or fiance. I don't even know what's going on, to be honest with you. She was an attractive girl, attractive lady. She was like 20 years younger than him, actually. She was like close to my age. And she left him. I can imagine why. And this guy, I don't want to judge him too much, but every time we have a conversation, he's just so negative about life. I'm gonna give you another comparison of somebody who's around the same age as him. This guy's 46 years old, the next person that I want to compare. And I just want you to know that don't believe anything people tell you. Mostly everybody nowadays are just so damn lazy to do their own research and look up stuff on their own that they'll believe anything anybody tells them, especially an elder. You should be careful because, and no, I'm not saying this guy was jealous or he was just being negative. Maybe he meant well, or maybe he was just being negative. I don't want to jump into conclusions and say that, oh, this guy was jealous. But it's something that I have experienced in the past with generation, what are we, Generation Y? Millennials is Generation Y? Yeah. This is something that I have experienced with Generation X and baby boomers, is that a lot of them do feel envy when they see a younger person being successful or trying to achieve success. I've seen this so many times, and you should be careful on which elder you want to follow or which elder's advice you want to heed. Follow the advice of people who are successful. Now, am I saying be disrespectful to your parents and tell them, oh no, I'm not going to listen to you, or curse them out? No, I don't want you to do that. But heed the advice of successful people. I know your parents mean well, and yes, my videos are meant for people in their late teens and beyond, because by then you should know right from wrong. So I'm not saying disobey your parents, but at this stage in your life, you should know that your parents are not always right, and they're human as well. And this is a balance that you should figure out for yourself. Now, not every parent is the same. Some parents are much better than other parents. Some parents are more knowledgeable than others. Now, this other guy that I hang out with, he's a man in his mid-40s, got a wife and kids, stable family life. Sometimes I hang out with him. We go to a bar to have a few drinks, just talk business, talk about real estate, because that's what he does. That's what he's into. Now, a while back, I asked him a question about REITs. So for those of you who don't know, REITs are real estate investment trusts. So they're pretty much companies that you can invest in the stock market. Now, I asked him about those real estate companies, and he gave me an interesting answer. He told me, no, I don't know about those, but that's something you should look into. And that really caught me by surprise, because not a lot of people from that age group, or not a lot of people who are much older, would admit to not knowing about a certain topic, or they find it hard to admit of not knowing about something, that a lot of them will just talk out of their ass and say whatever comes to their mind and give you the wrong information. We got so many people nowadays that are just talking out of their ass that we have idiots who would actually believe them. People would actually believe anything they see on the internet or what they hear from this person. And this person doesn't have to be always your elder, it doesn't have to be an older person than you. It could also be your friend. Heck, they could even be in the same age group as you. This goes to show that people are so lazy to do their own research that they don't take the time to be really critical of what they're hearing from others. Please, we have enough idiots in the world. We don't need to add more to that number. Keep in mind that just because somebody's older does not mean they're smart and wise. Even stupid people grow up too. Even stupid people get old as well. And maturity has nothing to do with how old you are. Maturity has to do with the amount of experience that you had in life. Maturity has to do with your knowledge and the wisdom that you accumulated throughout the years. Because a person can get older but not accumulate any wisdom at all and just talk stupidity to other people, like preach stupidity. You're probably wondering, am I being mean to this guy, the first example that I gave you, the one who's going through a rough patch? No, absolutely not. Maybe since his life is being very rough on him right now, maybe he just doesn't realize that he's doing more harm than good in the advice that he's giving to other people. Or maybe he has pride like a lot of older, mature adults do, and he just doesn't want to admit that he's wrong in certain things, or he's not very knowledgeable in certain topics. He's a great guy, don't get me wrong, but he just had some bad luck in his life, and it looks like he needs to work on his personality as well as whatever else is going on with him. I cannot stress enough that you should not follow the advice of just anybody. Follow the advice of only successful people, or people you know that have had success in life. And no, by success, I don't mean they have to be rich or they have to be multimillionaires. No, they could be successful people, meaning that they have a happy or healthy life, that they're stress-free, they got no problems going on in their life whatsoever, no drama. These are the people that you want to follow. These are the people you want to take advice from. And people who are very knowledgeable in their own field, not just knowledgeable, quote unquote, in anything. We have too many people who think they know everything about everything. Or what is it? Anything about everything. There you go. So really look out for people, and it's a hard thing to do. It's very hard to look for somebody who is successful and can offer the best advice for you.